Welcome into Rover Sports, guys, and I'm here with a very, very special guest at Jets Central joining me for the weekend, and we had the pleasure of going to this game. We are uploading videos as we speak on my page, and JC, thanks for coming in to do a little film review.
Yeah, thanks so much for hopping on. I mean, it's crazy because I found your channel from you doing a Christian Hackenberg film review like two years ago. So it's crazy to be in the HQ and let's tee up this film review.
Exactly, and everything kind of comes full circle, JC, like how, we're here now doing a film review. This might be one of our first film reviews we've done together, and throughout the season, I also have a mechanism where you can join via Skype, and we can do kind of a film review. So, Aldrich kicks us into the end zone, and then we're going to start the film review. And really good running here. Bilal Powell, I thought, had a really good first half.
Yeah, but the one thing that I really liked about the Jets' first quarter performance is that I felt as though the offensive line protected Darnold well, and they also were pretty effective running to the outside. I mean, I know Crowell was making some plays out there along with Powell, so it's good to get positive yards early on. And let's check out this throw.
Yeah, so this throw, like what stands out here, and I don't want to steal your thunder every time on the film review, but 72, what's his name again?
Brandon Shell.
Shell does an incredible job here on Olivier Vernon, just matching up one-on-one. The protection's great. Talk about Sam Darnold here, what you see in this throw.
Well, I think the first thing that stands out is that he has a clean pocket. If you want to roll that back, he has a lot of breathing room back there. He has some real estate to work with to where he's not there's not a cluster around him. He has enough room to step up, really just drive the football, putting some mustard behind it to really make this comeback throw to Quincy Enunwa for the first down.
Yeah, it's decent velocity. I mean, it's tough you always want to compare the rookies and the velocity, and I do think that the two Joshes have more velocity. I'm looking at this right here, and I want to see him stride forward. He still seems like he's hanging back there, a little bit.
It's the front. Yeah, right. It's the front side. It's because of his front foot. It's when you look at lower body mechanics, he's kind of stepping on the midline, which is you don't necessarily want your both feet standing in the same area after the throw. You kind of want your front foot, whether like for a right-handed quarterback, you want your left foot to be a little bit outside the midline. So that's kind of where I see the stride issue. He's kind of he's limiting his power. If he could really bend that front foot or bend that front knee,
but also the right foot needs to whip around, almost parallel too. The right foot too needs to come around. I feel too.
It's ironic, right? Yeah, it's ironic because in baseball, they teach you to have that stiff front leg for a pitcher, but in football, you really want to use that front leg to your advantage. Use that knee, put all your force on that front leg to really, let the power drive through.
Yeah, we're only reviewing this play. No, I'm kidding. But
I know so much goes into it.
Yeah, it really does. And you know what? I love your perspective, so thank you being here. We could also disagree on some plays. The thing I'm going to say about Sam here, too, is I love how he looks the guy off. Like, Sam goes to the second progression, and there's no rush. He does have happy feet, but come on, Peyton has happy feet, and really elite guys are going to have happy feet. And he goes to a second progression, and he's not rushed. A lot of guys, if they don't see the first progression, they might even run or look to throw the ball away. And he's not. He's comfortable right now. And the thing about Sam in this game is him getting the first team reps. It's for him to cooperate and give the team a chance to win the football game, and he did that. And I said to you after this game that Sam needed to go out, and and Josh Allen's the same way, I think, if he goes out and executes, he's going to get the day one job.
Yeah, I mean, people are quick to forget how good this Giants defense is. I'm not saying they're a top 3 defense heading into this season, but it was just 2 years ago that they were a really, really formidable defense. So it's really impressive to see Sam out there with the ones. Obviously the Jets have a little bit less talent than the Giants. I'd say that's overall. Yeah. And going up against great players, former first-round picks. You got guys like Janoris Jenkins, Damon Harrison out there. And Sam Darnold, I think, held his own.
Now, go ahead.
No, I was just going to talk about this play. It looks like this ball's tipped at the line of scrimmage. You know, you look at the football, and that's the first thing you see is that it's wobbly. It's not that good of a throw.
Yeah.
But when you slow it down like you're doing, you take a look at this guy's hand, and he tips the ball. So
Tomlinson, good play by Dalvin.
Great play by Dalvin. Where did he play? Alabama, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, great pickup for him, second rounder.
And the guard here, the guard's got to push into Tomlinson too. The guard gets pushed off a little bit, and it's a good edge rush. Better mechanics from Sam there because he didn't really have a pocket to step up in, but his lower body was a little bit more active on that throw.
Yeah, and the one thing that I really like is that it's the right read. Robbie was open. If the ball wasn't tipped, it would have got there a little bit more quicker. And probably would have been caught, you know.
And it's
that's a hard ball to catch.
And it's safe. And it's safe. And then this play we love from Jeremy Bates.
Yeah, perfect design. Getting the tight end out in the flat. Just you could dump it off to him really quick. Sterling is a guy who's kind of emerged throughout the preseason. Just getting him right into the flat. Just swinging that pass to him. It's kind of a designed, you know, getting him the football. This is a different play here? Yeah.
Yeah, so here, I mean... Let's see what the tackle's doing, because you don't want Olivier on you want Olivier on the tackle. So I wonder what happens. The tackle, what's he doing right here? I mean, he's double teaming one guy, but then you're putting Vernon. I don't like that design from the Jets because the tight end gets abused. You know, the long-haired tight end.
Yeah, Tomlinson got destroyed right there. That wasn't pretty, but I mean, Vernon is a great pass rusher.
Yeah,
and the Jets tight end room is actually one of the weakest of the team. So. Great play by Vernon. Just, you know, being more physical.
Here we go. Good play here from Sam on 3rd and long right here.
Great play. This was probably one of his best plays.
He gives everything a fair chance, takes off and runs, slides safely, and the Giants are in cover 2, and basically the middle of the field's open here. So everybody's back in coverage on 3rd and long, and that's why a mobile quarterback can help.
Yeah, I would say the most impressive thing about this play, if you want to roll back to it, is that when the play starts, you can tell Sam Darnold he's going through his full scan. He's scanning the full field. He's going through every single progression, every single read that he has, you know, at his disposal before he takes off and runs. It's not first read. He's not there. I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to run forward because I'm an athlete. He goes through the full field. Nothing is there. I see that, you know, the middle of the field is open. I'm gonna run up, pick up the first down on a third and 13. That's a hard play to, it's a lot of yards to pick up. So
yes, and
then sliding to finish it off. That's great.
Yeah, and then this throw here to Roberto right here to Anderson, Roberto Anderson. I love again how Sam hangs in the pocket. This I think is a very talented and challenging throw, because he really has to layer the ball over traffic, over a lineman, and it gets there on time.
I actually like the play design, play action fake on a 1st and 10 in the red zone. I think that's kind of creative from Bates. That's something you'd probably see in the regular season, but that's a throw that it could either go both ways. Number one, Sam Darnold knew that linebacker was there. He had so much confidence. In his arm, in his throwing ability.
And he's looking off people because he's coming back. He's manipulating the defense already.
Yeah, so, like I was saying, it could go both ways. Number one, he knew that linebacker was there, and he was just so confident that he could make that throw. Or he had no clue that the coverage was underneath right there. He just didn't even see him, and he lucked out.
He does have touch on the ball. I mean, the velocity at times. Let's see if he strides a little bit better here. I mean, that's a ball you want to get height on, or do you think he's still fading away, though, when he's coming into the throw?
I think it's the front foot. The front foot just slows down everything. It's taking away this power, Mm-hmm.
And then Bilal runs in for a touchdown. So a really successful first drive. And then we get some stagnation from the Jets. The Giants really pinned the Jets in deep.
A few great plays by the Giants on special teams.
Yes. Oh, so then we get some draw plays. Let's see if there's a penalty. That's a terrible penalty by the Jets on the special. The special teams was awful from the Jets and great from the Giants in this game. Mm-hmm. And that's why the Giants were able to win the football game. Like there, you're now starting at the 10-yard line. Your field position's just terrible, to start this possession. And now we're going to see, I think, a couple of handoffs here. Here's 2nd and 9. Let's see if I remember this play.
Great protection.
Yeah, and he just had nothing there, but he gave it the full. The good thing is that Darnold, really, again, the thing I like about him is that the game, he doesn't seem too sped up.
He's really just like squeezing like all the the juice out of the orange. You know, he's really just taking as long, you know, really just going through everything possible before he tries to make a play, you know. And that was actually one of the concerns with him coming out, is that will this guy, coming from a spread system, not having that good mechanics, will this guy be able to rely on his smarts to manipulate defenses and whatnot?
Yeah, and I thought Darnold did okay. I mean, this play, again, I don't know where you throw this ball not to get an intentional grounding. I mean, maybe Jeremy Bates can set something up where, like, you can have a running back out there so that it looks like, because you got to throw to a receiver.
You know, this style of play, and of course we don't have the all-22 film, so we can't really see exactly what's happening. But one thing I think what's going on this play is that the Giants' corners and safeties have great coverage, because nobody was open on that play.
Yeah, but how do you avoid an intentional grounding there? Where's the safe place for Darnold to throw this away from the pocket?
I would probably just the flat and out.
I think he had to throw it deeper down the sideline. You know, but nobody was there. And then on this play, you like this throw. I really don't. I think that this is very low percentage. Even if this is completed, this is really dangerous. You're not even getting the first down. I mean, this is I guess you could say this is one of his best throws, the way the ball's coming out. It's the tightest spiral he threw all night, but I just think it's really dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3rd and 18 play, so you're kind of your back's up against the wall, and Darnold, in that play, he tried to force it a little bit, but I actually like it because the ball was spot on. You know, I think Landon Collins had he closed down on the ball really nice, made a play on it, and you can make the argument that could have been caught.
Great play design here from Bates, because you're getting it out to Crowell, and it's an easy, high percentage play, and he puts a great move on Goodson there and really turns it upfield.
Yeah, Crowell's a guy who I really like that pickup. You know, obviously a former Brown.
And then here we see, let's see, I think we get maybe we get a screen here from Sam. That's a good throw, actually, to a safe location against Landon Collins. So,
falling away.
This also, like, the Jets do a lot of 5-receiver sets in the West Coast, and that's going to put a lot of stress on the defense. Let's get to Sam. This was probably our last series of Sam, really, because then you see a lot of runs, and the Giants held the ball a lot. Let's talk about this throw right here from Sam.
Great protection. That's the number one thing. I mean, yeah, you have this guy coming backside, 54. I don't know if that's Vernon or not.
Yeah, it is.
But overall, great protection. Who is this? Quincy Enunwa?
Yeah.
You know, ball's perfectly right on the money, able to get 2 feet in bounds on a 3rd down and 6. You know, coming right, this first play probably of the second quarter. It's great to set the Jets up on the 10-yard line. Beautiful by Darnold. Beautiful by Enunwa.
Yeah, layered throw, and this is going to make him money in the NFL, this throw right here. This is gonna keep him in the NFL a long time, Sam Darnold, if he's able to throw with this kind of touch over linebackers. And this is why you look for tall quarterbacks. And he has a good natural feel of where pressure is. He can naturally slide to his left, and then here he hits TP on the crossing route.
Yeah, I think that play, going back to the Enunwa play, was made by the offensive line. If the offensive line's protection wasn't, you know, as good, wasn't exceptional, Sam Darnold probably would have been in danger of being strip sacked.
This is advanced. Like, I look at Sam and I worry about his natural tangibles, but the intangibles of Sam here, this is the improvisation that you saw at USC. This is how, you know, quick processing is so key. You know, Hackenberg wasn't able to process quick. There's a lot of quarterbacks that are not able to think this quickly, and that is why it's so important. Like, you look at Tua, you look at Jimmy Garoppolo, that's a Tua and a Jimmy type of throw right there.
Tua. I mean, yeah, you look at this play, and it's the crossing underneath route. It's perfectly set up by Bates, because you want the guys crossing. You know, a lot of the concepts in the West Coast system have play designs, play concepts, really just the routes ran by the receivers to set up kind of beautifully for the quarterback's eyes. So the transition from reads, it's really easy on the quarterback's eyes. Like if one guy's not there, the second guy will probably be in his peripheral vision. So this was just beautiful. The first two guys weren't there. Sam Darnold's really looking to score back of the end zone on this play, but he sees Terrell Pryor underneath. It's perfectly set up. He's wide open. And then to not throw the football behind Pryor in this and on this play is great. Just to hit him right in stride.
It looks like it's cover one from the Giants. Like I look at Landon, he's back there. You have a deep safety back, but then these guys are playing zone. So if you look at this, it's actually quarters. Like you see 4 people in zone right here. And then
which is why it was open underneath.
Okay, yeah. In the middle of the field, yes, you can see that this play is developing. Sam quickly looks and sees this is all double. This is not going to work. He's actually using his eyes. He knows Pryor's coming across. It's designed. It's great communication between Bates and Sam Darnold. So overall, I look at Sam, and there was some instances of a little bit of shakiness. You know, Eli Manning held the ball the whole time. But what did you think about Sam Darnold? And I guess like people can also view your reaction video to what Sam's going to be doing in the film.
Right, I thought when the offensive line played well, Sam did his thing out there. He looked really, really good. All things considered, you know, going up against Pro Bowlers like Snacks and Landon Collins, Olivia Vernon. You know, these are great players. I mean, granted, it's preseason, so he's not seeing the most complex of things and whatnot. But for the most part, Sam did what he was asked to do. In a perfect world, you want to see him throw it. Maybe, you know, let's see a 40-yard bomb, but maybe next week.
Yeah, and he protected the ball, and he solidly won the job. So I am going to say that. I think that Sam, like, I don't know about how high, like, the guy's upside is compared to certainly the other guys, but he's functioning right now. He's going to give the Jets opportunities this year, I think, to win games. He's definitely protecting the ball, and I'm excited to see how Sam's going to progress. JC, thanks so much for joining us. I'm going to also be doing a Giants film review on the offense. We saw a lot of extensive deep passes, very entertaining first half, and also Davis Webb got some time in the second half. So thanks, guys, for joining the show.
Thanks for having me on, man.